Okay, good morning everyone, or good day everyone. Trust we all are doing good. So welcome to how I trade video theory. Now this how I trade video theory is all about Astro FX. Yes, Astro FX. um why do I trade like Astro FX? I trade like Astro FX because of I love their trading style and I love their pattern. But remember, what people build won't actually fit you that well, so you have to make little adjustments. Now in this video I'll be telling you the adjustments I made, how they trade to be precise, then the adjustments I made. Now the adjustment I made will be combining all other factors, but let me just go straight into it. Then I do another video about the whole thing, how I apply the whole trading approach and all. So let's get right into it. So I use the TradingView platform. Like I said, if you would love to sign up for TradingView, hit me up in my inbox. I would send you my link to start up, so we both can be happy. Now so to the charts immediately. USD JPY, and wow, seems my network is slow, but it's all good. Let's see if this loads. Okay, so it has loaded. Right, so now how do Astro FX trade? Very simple. Astro FX they major on the daily time frame. They are majorly intraday traders. So if you've been looking for an intraday approach towards trading, I got you covered on this. Intraday traders. So that's what Astro FX are. So they major on the daily down to the 1 hour time frame. But remember, like I said, not what everybody do will fit you. You just need to define your own process. So the intraday traders, what they measure is the daily time frame and the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So they measure on the daily TF, 4 hour TF, and the 1 hour time frame. So that's what they measure on actually. Now on the daily TF, what do they look for? They deal with relevance in price. That's the first thing. So they deal in relevance in price. Just look for major support and resistance, and when they look for their support and resistance, is not your regular type of support and resistance. They look for support and resistance at industrial level or institutional level, as it said. Now looking for support and resistance and at institutional level or industrial level is just the market maker number. That's the zeros. They just look for it at the zero levels. Now when they look for it at the zero levels, they now go down to the 4 hour and murder price action on the 4 hour before they get their entry on the 1 hour time frame. Now that's just the concept behind Astro FX, and also let's dive right into it. Real quick, we'll be using a currency pair. Let's try ERGPY. So okay, I think I've marked out ERGPY before. Okay, let's try ERGBP. So wow, I've marked out ERGBP also. Okay, let me just take that off and let's go to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, I said they look for areas of structure, support and resistance, and they deal with relevance in price. So the relevance in price that we're talking about is just this major area right here, what price is doing here at this area. Now what do? They understand the concept that of every currency pair they trade. Yes, and they do not trade all currency pairs. Like those guys don't trade all currency pairs. They trade significant currency pairs. That's GBP USD, GBP JPY, USD CAD, US oil, and gold. Yes, that's what they trade. GBP USD, GBP JPY, gold, oil, and GBP CAD also. Then AUD USD. Yes, those are what they trade. Now and GBP AUD also. Yes. So how do they go about it? First, they mark out support and resistance. Like I said, not your regular type of support and resistance. So like I said, they look for the zero levels. So if they mark this zone out, they just readjust it to a zero level. Then they just boom, zero level. That's the first area of support that they are looking for. Then this is the next one right here. and then we adjust this to 0 level. Okay, then they just mark out this next level also, because they believe price could actually get to that value in price. Now, okay, so that's just it. When they mark out the 0 levels, now what do they look for? They start looking for patterns and all. Now, patterns and all in what sense? Double top, double bottoms, rising wedge, falling wedge, whatever pattern it is on the chart, that's what they start looking for. So that's just it. Now, like I said, they deal with relevance in price. So what they will just do on this chart is to just pick up their trend line and mark out the trend of this. Now they know that it is an uptrend and they already had a double top right here. So what would they do next? They'll be looking for shorts. Now they will zoom into price next, and this is what we have here. This is my own concept, to be precise. So they have an M pattern here, and we have price actually retesting this previous area of structure. So what would they do? Just take a box 2 and they just align this properly right here. So with that known, they go down to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, they are looking to short, like opportunities to go down. That's what they are looking for, opportunities to go down to the downside. Now with this, they understand this is an impulse and this is a correction. Now they just pick up their trend line and just show it on this. Then to them, they believe this is a break and a retest of price action. Then they just throw a Fibonacci on it, and once they throw a Fibonacci on it, they just look at what level price is currently at, what level of price are we in. So when they realize it's 38.2 or the 50% or the 61.8, they look to short. Now how do they look to short? They look for the opportunities on the 1-hour time frame. Now the opportunities on the 1-hour time frame is very, very easy to see. They can see how well it has retested off this previous area of structure, so they are good to just like go short because of this is a previous area of weak structure. So they just go short down there. So it's just like nothing is actually different about the Astro FX method. The only thing that is different is what I would now show you right now. So the only thing that is different is what I'll show you right now. Now before Astro FX will do all of this, before they will do all of this, this is just like the regular way they trade. Now before they do all of this, they use something called Astro flip chart. Astro flip chart. Now what is the Astro flip chart? The Astro flip chart is just like the regular chart but flipped upside down. Now why do they do that? I sent you a price projection, one of those price projection on our weekly price projection. I dropped something and said that that is how the market makers view price, that they look for price to the opposite side, then they just view it from that perspective. Now what they would actually do is before you can use a flip chart, you have to have a paid trading view account, so you can actually use 2 screens to view it. So that's it on this. You have to use 2 screens to view whatever you want to see on the chart. Now knowing that this is how Astro FX actually do their price projection and all, you are actually cool with this, like you already understand the way the price projection is. But before I believe you agree to the way price projection is, I will still have to go over this again, so you understand how this price projection is and how I look, or how Astro FX looks to go short. But now let's view it from the real Astro FX perspective. Now just they reset their chart, like they reset it, and the settings for resetting the chart, like I said it to you guys, it's on the previous video. That's 159. You just click on your chart, then you see settings, and you just 159 is for transparent FX. the own relevance that it deals with. Why for Astro FX the relevance they deal with is 10 bars, but if it was Astro FX it would be 159. So now what do? They don't look at this chart. They ignore this chart totally. Then they focus on this one. Now when they focus on this one, what do they want to look for? Like I said, major area of support and resistance. Now the major area of support and resistance, I said they deal with institutional figures or institutional numbers or institutional support and resistance, but most times they actually ignore that fact and just deal with what current structure, like current price structure. So what they do is just, this is an area of significant structure, acted as whatever it is here, and acted as resistance if it was this chart, like this one on the right hand side I'm talking about. Now they mark out this level, they'll mark out this level also. Okay, they'll mark out this level also, then they mark out this level, then they mark out this level right here. Okay, so now they've got 4 levels marked out, and the level, when they mark out the level, is just for price target, like price target and projection, and also it's nothing big or at all, it's just for target on price. Now they want to understand the trend, the concept flow of the trend on the daily time frame. Now they'll just take a trend line from this high down to this, just touch relevance. They do it first touch, and once they see this is broken, like this is broken, once they see it is broken, they just adjust it properly. Then once they adjust it properly, they can now determine closely from relevance that this is what price is going to do. Now what they watch out for is just the whole thing about structure, like I said. Then once they've done all this on this upside down chart, they will now come to this normal chart. Then they just take away the upside down chart and they deal with this. So like I said, when I analyzed this before, we have this pattern right here, this double top, this double top, this is the area of the double top. Then we had this small M pattern here, which is actually retesting this level. So they will mark out this level, so once they mark out this level, they know price is actually at the range and is what within the flow. Now they go to the 4-hour time frame. When they get on the 4-hour time frame, significance, that's what they want to deal with, significance. So they just pick up this trend line and actually mark structure. Now once they get this, they just throw their Fibonacci on this chart. Then they go to the 1-hour time frame. Then on the 1-hour time frame, like I said previously, price rejected off this level and we can see a bearish candle forming. So they trade zone to zone. If they should get into this trade here, this will be their target, like this next zone, because they are intraday traders. The next zone will be their target, because this is just an impulse, a correction, impulse, correction. Then they expect price to project back to this level. Then their stop loss will be at this high, nothing to reach too much. So that's just like the concept flow behind Astro FX. Let's open another chart and see what if we should actually use the Astro method again. Let's see if we'll get something from it. Now to the daily time frame, like I said, reset their chart, they zoom out a little, possibly to just look at the previous area of structure or the deal with relevance. Now they just add the other chart, then they add the same currency pair but upside down on this chart. So when they do that, they reset the chart, both charts, and they actually want to know where price will be heading to. Now like I said, the market area of significance from this chart, because of this is how the bull smart money concept views price. Now This is a significant area of structure right here. This is another significant area of structure right here. Come on, let me turn on this. Okay, good. So this is another significant area of structure right here. Then those are just like the two major significant area of structure, unless they want to start coming down to this level, which is actually very, very crazy. So with that known, once they mark out this area of structure, they'll mark out their trend next using this up down chart. Now they just try to drag this as further as possible. So what do they see on this chart? The same way you would see your regular chart, the same way. Nothing is different about this chart and your regular chart. Just an impulse, then a correction, then an impulse, then an expected correction. Now what would Astro FX be looking for on this chart? Once they've marked this out, they just take away this chart, this upside down chart, and just flip price to this. Now what would they be looking for on this chart? Like I said, they trade zone to zone, and they like to trade in alignment to the trend. You never see an Astro FX trade against the trend, only if the confluences that are actually within that trend is very, very, very crazy. Now they understand that this is an impulsive leg to the upside and this is a correction, so they expect an impulse then a correction. Now if they were to be on this chart and look at it currently, we have a, they just put a Fibonacci on this like this. Then what they would actually note is that the 30%, the 38.2 and the 50% actually align with that previous structure. So they just place a box 2 here. Oh, okay. So they just place a box 2 here. Oh, delete that. So when they place a box 2 on here, they'll go to the next time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, they trade, like I said, they trade like every regular person, but the only thing that makes it interesting is the concept of this, their flip chart. Now on the 4-hour time frame, they'll add an indicator, which is the RSI. Now on the RSI, what they are looking for is this divergence. They look for divergence on their chart also. So when they find the divergence, it's just a heads up, like, okay, this is what price is going to do and let's follow it. So once they see this divergence, they know price is going to plunge back into this level, so they just wait for price action at this level before they start looking for buying opportunities. They won't take this sell, but if the confluences were much than this, they would take this sell. Like after this divergence, then they find this evening star pattern here, they will take the sell and possibly TP before it even gets to this level. Then after that, they start looking for buying opportunities. Now when they start looking for buying opportunities, that is when they now go to the 1-hour time frame. They go to the 1-hour time frame. Then on the 1-hour time frame, they understand this is an impulse, a correction, an impulse. They will expect a correction, then further price plunge down before they start looking for buying opportunities. Now that's just it about the Astro FX method, to be precise. Now I know most of you might have a question like, how do I know all this thing? How was I able to figure out that this is how they trade and all? Like I said, it's about the way you connect with people and the way you actually approach people. So I'm not a student of Astro FX, but I have their course. If you need it, inbox me, I'll give it to you to follow it up and all. Now the thing is, I connected with their students. There's an approach in life whereby if you need something, you get it easily if you know your way around. So it's not about buying people's courses, it's about how you approach them, it's about them seeing what you can do. So that's just it. Like when you get the course of the black market and you can't just watch the course and understand, you need to go and meet somebody close to those people. So that is how I actually got to know this is how they trade and all. There's nothing really special, it's just the upside down chart, that's just it, and possibly the use of their 10 EMA. I mean, yes, 10 EMA, which I think is very, very stupid to me. That's why I'm not talking about it in this video at all, because I don't even use it. And I believe it maybe it's because of the concept behind it is not very clear. He just said the 10 EMA and he never talked very much about it. So that's just the thing. So behind it, that's just everything you need to know about Astro FX. So if you do have a question and you want to ask hit me up after you watch this video, or you want the course, hit me up. I would send it to you. I would gladly send it to you. So that's just like the whole thing behind how I trade. So thank you very much for watching this video.